so overwhelming walking out. It told me all myself together. But yeah, I think you know, I showed that I'm world class tonight by stopping Joe Giordano, who's never been stopped, never been nearly stopped. You know, and that weren't the best of me. You know, I've had a long time out, and we're excited now to jump straight back on with another fight. You know, we've had a 20-week camp. You know, with the leg, we've needed it, but you know, I felt really fit in there. I enjoyed it. You know, written him. So as soon as I landed, I knew that it was just a matter of time. You know, I was just going to have fun till we wanted to end it.
Were you surprised he got up 4 times?
I were, yeah. I thought, you know, he's very tough. He's definitely come to win. You know, my mandatory. We're there for a reason. You know, he's got himself into that position. But you know, I was surprised that he kept getting back up. But after the last knockdown, and he went to the corner, which he didn't come back out for the next round, I knew by looking he weren't steady on his feet that time. You could tell that he were weathered, and it were going to take obviously more punishment if he did come back out. Believe it or not, I felt more pressure in this fight, you know, than in California. Probably reason being is my homecoming, you know, how I felt with the leg and everything else, you know, in this training camp. You know, I've had you know, a baby daughter number 2, you know, someone close to family passing away, and things happen in training, you know, what you don't hear about. You know, it has been hard, but you know, it's just obviously fantastic to get the first one out of the way, and you know, in the way we got rid of Joe Giordano tonight.
And it seemed to be it was an amazing atmosphere, an amazing crowd. Did you feel that, or were you too focused to take it all?
I did. No, I definitely felt it. You know, coming up from that lift and hearing my song and just stood there soaking it up. You know, I just thought, you know, this kid who walked into the gym at 9, you know, stood here in his home city, defending his world title in front of all these fans, packed out crowd. You know, the hairs were standing up on the back of my neck, and I was just absorbing it all, using it as fuel, and it was truly amazing tonight. You know, in front of the fans. You know, words can't describe getting the first one out of the way.
Kel, what message do you think you've sent out to other welterweights watching tonight?
You know, I'm showing that, you know, I'm a world-class fighter. I'm a level above. Joe Giordano's never been stopped. You know, and really and truthfully, the first time we put him down, if we really wanted to jump on, we could have ended him there. You know, but the fact is, you know, I'm a world-class operator. I'm unbeaten. I'm world champion, and all them other welterweights out there, you know, wanting to challenge for this belt. You know, I'm ready, and it's not going nowhere.
So who do you want?
You know, we all know who I really want, just to put an end to it all. Kid from Bolton. But if not, you know, there's massive fights out there. There's Marquez, Ortiz, Furman making a lot of noise. You know, he's looking good lately. You know, it's a piping hot division. The list goes on and on and on. You're going to see me in some massive fights now, and we're going to be filling arenas, no problems.
So why doesn't he want the fight?
No idea. You're going to have to ask him that question.
Negotiations have been ongoing for the last 2 or 3 weeks with a number of fighters, because we've had to move quickly, and I think over the next 2 weeks, certainly the opponent will be confirmed.
Any plans you could let us know?
No, I've said before, the Marquez and the Rios fight are 2 fights that I really like. The Marquez fight particularly, I think, is a massive fight. You know, we'd love to do that outdoors, and I think Marquez has had a couple of weeks in camp and feels okay with his knee. He made some statements saying he wants the fight. He's very expensive, but it's a very big fight. So I think in terms of profile for KELL BROOK, Marquez is the one, but stylistically Rios is a great fight as well. We've got a lot of interest right now from America, of course, from HBO and from Showtime, who the fight was on tonight, and obviously Al Heyman, who's got Keith Thurman, that love the fight. But right now it's all about building in the UK. You know, this is his home. You saw tonight the response from the crowd. Next time we want double the people, treble the people there, and that's what's going to happen.
Is Rios an outdoor fight?
I believe so, yeah. It doesn't necessarily mean it will happen there, but I think there's appetite for an outdoor fight in this city. We don't have to go outdoors with that fight, but you know, I do like outdoor events, and I think Kell fancies that as well. But you know, I think Marquez is definitely an outdoor fight. You know, the Calm fight, still June the 13th, remains a date at Wembley that's held and available, which is quite unique to have a date in Wembley in a Saturday in the summer available. But unless we get a phone call in the next 48 hours, I think that's quashed anyway.
Is Marquez the fight that's, I know you're talking about projecting Kell in Britain and making him a box office star in Britain, if he isn't already?
He is now, yeah.
Exactly. Is Marquez the fight that's projecting more across the pond as well?
Yeah, I think that people have now seen him defeat Sean Porter in effectively his backyard, live on American TV. People have now seen him brutally stop Jojo Dan, live on American TV. So we're covering all our bases, but this is the market that's going to make Kell Brook millions and millions and millions of pounds. And we're going to stay here and we're going to build here in arenas, in stadiums and on Sky Box Office. And his future is so exciting. I mean, you know, he's got a belt in the welterweight division. I don't think he even knows what's in front of him. You know, he's going to make a lot of money, he's going to have a lot of great nights, and he's going to pick up a lot of belts. And I think Britain has got a fighter that, there aren't many fighters in Britain that can go on unified divisions. You know, we've got some great world champions and we hope they defend the titles, but I feel now we've got someone that can actually unify divisions and beat them all.
If you think where it all started in California, winning the belt, 3 weeks later, death's door, and then pulling himself back, he is realistically a remarkable human being, in it, because nobody was there when it happened. But I asked him after that happened, I said, what was going through your mind? He thought, this is it, I'm dead. And then he thought, no, I'm a fighter. Climbed off the floor in true style and pulled himself back round. Not only did he pull himself back round, he's gone through a hard training camp, which is in total actually from rehabilitation to this fight has actually been nearly 7 months. And it's been boring, it's been like Groundhog Day, it's been frustrating, he's taken his frustration out on everybody. But finally we've got to this point, and it's all worth it when you get to this point. And he made easy work of that fight, 4 rounds, easy work. Realistically, that kid should have, got through at least 12 rounds with Kell Brook. But the way he's trained, the way he's put himself through it, I think Kell vented his frustration with Jojo Dan tonight. And I'm saying to him, don't try banging him out in 1 or 2 rounds. Take your time, get your shots going. It'll come easier. And he had him down 3 or 4 times, and he kept climbing off the floor. But eventually, he just succumbed to too much punishment. And I think it was the right decision in the first place. And it's a great performance.
Final one from me. You've worked with world champions in the past. What can Kell go on to achieve?
Well, I mean, it's not unrealistic for him to, do what Nazim Mamed did, win the belts at all the IBF. He's got the IBF. He could win the WBC. He could win the WBO. He could be the unified champion. There's a big fight in a couple of weeks' time. Let's have a look at the outcome of that. They're not going to be around forever, the Mayweathers and the Manny Pacquiaos. Hopefully, he could get a fight before they finish. But it's not beyond Kell Brook realistically, to unify the division and even go up. A weight or 2 as well, because he's a big welterweight. I think he'd fit into the light middleweight division as well. So the world's his oyster, so to speak.